I believe in continuous improvement. I believe you're only as good as what you're going to be tomorrow. And businesses have to change, and improvement is a requirement. You can always do better.
That determination started at an early age with the question, "How may I help you?" That's how a young Nelson Marchioli greeted guests at a roadside Florida motel owned by his parents.
I was forced to do things as a kid that most kids didn't have to do. My parents decided they were going to be in the hospitality business. They owned small motels, and it was really a family business. I mean, I was 7 years old and I was renting motel rooms. Not just getting ice and getting extra towels, but actually renting the rooms, if you will, and having to deal with a lot of interesting situations that I probably didn't understand at the time. The thing that probably helped me the most about my youth was that I wanted something different. And the bold decision was I was going to leave.
Flash forward years later, and a determined executive made another bold decision that changed the course of an iconic American company. Denny's had a reputation that needed repair. Sales were not meeting expectations, and racial issues continued to cloud the company's future. So much so that many employees were embarrassed to claim an association with the struggling chain. When Marchioli became CEO, he was determined to improve the situation, but it was a challenge.
Jesse Jackson called me on my second day, and the NAACP, I think, called me on the same day or the following day.
In late 2008, with the country reeling from an economic downturn, Marchioli made a decision that saved Denny's.
We just needed to break through.
And that breakthrough came when NBC offered commercial time during the 2009 Super Bowl.
And I said, I'm interested. So I called my marketing guy, he agreed, and so we committed to it. And so we could finally buy something with value. Now it was about, okay, what are we going to do with it?
This Tuesday from 6 a.m. to 2, Denny's is giving a free Grand Slam to everyone in America.
Nelson's idea of a breakfast giveaway changed the brand and the company.
Probably the biggest thing that it did was it caused people to be proud of Denny's again. We did it twice, and the first time we did it, we got the greatest benefit. I ran about 8 weeks of positive same-store sales and customer counts, and we hadn't done that in about 3 years.
Marchioli's success at Denny's was preceded with similar business triumphs. At Red Lobster, he worked his way from manager trainee to vice president. At Burger King, where he served as executive vice president for international operations and sales, and his bold decisions created success in the UK.
I found the same thing at Burger King. You had to do bold things. When I was responsible for 57 countries outside the United States, you never had enough advertising money in these countries. And everybody, of course, wants to be on television. Well, we found something bold that we did in the UK. We bought advertising on buses. Every double-decker bus and every park bench that I could buy was Burger King. And we changed the POP completely, so it actually spoke, and it was very visible from the street in the UK, and our business changed. The franchisees actually came to me and said, we don't want to do this anymore. It's too much business. We can't handle it.
Now Nelson wants to use his experience and business skills to help boards and companies reach the kind of success that is within their grasp.
Bottom line is, I want to help other people be successful with what I've learned, whether it's getting through a proxy fight, whether it's turning a brand around with all kinds of legacy issues, or it's opening up a new territory in a foreign country that's never heard of you before. I just have a lot to offer, and I want to share, and I want to give back.
In many ways, Nelson is still asking the question, how may I help you? Just like that little boy at that roadside motel.
You have to do what you can. You have to help other people become more than they ever thought they could be.